Capricorn, thanks for stopping by. It's Mary with Sayre, Seer. This is your October 1st through the 7th tarot reading for 2019. So what we're going to do is we have 2 oracle cards and then the rest is tarot. And I have my skeleton pants on in celebration. Boy, that was hard. Okay, so we're going to start here with the first card. This is the Enchanted Map Tarot, and it's reversed. It's number 35, and it is education. So this card is about resistance. It's about, so this could be you I'm talking to, Capricorn. It could be the other party. Can resonate all or in part. It's about resistance to new information. So I'm going to say this is you, okay? This is about you, but again, it could be switched. Okay, so you may not be open to new information. You may feel like you know everything and about many different situations. And, well, you're just not willing, suggest that you're not willing to go a little bit deeper with reflecting on maybe the information you have, whether it's true or really learning about a subject before feeling like, or just making a judgment on it. So, okay. So there's some resistance there, okay? And your guides and, your higher self is saying, it's okay to admit that you don't know everything. It's okay to admit that any of us have believed in information that was not correct. We've all done that. From people not telling us the truth to different entities not telling us the truth, whether it's religion, and I'm not getting on that soapbox, I'm just giving you examples. Religion, politics, parents, friends, books, whatever, okay? So, so they're asking you to be open and teachable, okay? That's all. So, next card is a shaman. Okay. And the shaman, trust in higher forces. This is about trust. And so is actually education reversed. It's about trusting that you may not know the actual truth. And see, truth is different for different people too. So there's different layers of truth. There's truth in this realm. There's truth in as children. There's all kinds of different layers. And so the shaman speaks of that. Maybe you may have felt challenged and trying to understand why, but you may not have been open to spiritual guidance, a different kind of learning, And the shaman here they're trying to tell you that they're ready to guide you, and they've been trying to guide you. And so they're asking you to be open to their guidance also. And that you may have some really special skills as far as connecting with other realms. So I think that's really cool. Okay. And so also, it's a Native American tribe. This is the person that is a great healer. Shaman would, because they believed if you were ill, that sometimes it was about something kind of not quite balanced in your spirit, Again, different beliefs for different realms, places, times, okay? So, okay. So, energy is kind of, woo. I can't even explain it. It's just unsteady. Unsteady? Is that right? Okay. So we're on the side of the education reversed, correct? and this is the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles, this is a card about being an outsider, feeling like you've been shut out, or maybe you had to shut somebody out, you know, and just feeling like you don't belong there, like people shut you out a lot for whatever situation, and but there's light coming in through the window, so there's guidance. I think let's hold that thought for a moment, okay? Okay, then we have the Sun, and this is a great card. It's a great card. So this is what I'm hearing here. You want to know a lot of stuff, but it might have to start with you admitting that you may not know exactly the way things, not exactly, you may not know the truth about situations, about certain kinds of information. And to truly be a student of what you desire, what you want in your life, the openness to new information is needed, okay? And you know, sometimes it's fun to make a game out of that kind of stuff. Let me take my old views and the new views and see how different they are. I mean, wow, I can't believe, you know. And so there's games we can play with ourselves to get past some of our sensitivity about stuff, you know. So let me explain the Sun a little bit more. The Sun is about success. It's about happiness. It's walking in the light, walking in the truth and knowledge and abundance. And that is beautiful. This showing up in your reading means it's the best card you could possibly get. So this is a glimpse into what direction you're going. And that's beautiful. Okay. Now, we have the Seven of Swords. Now, this is a card of deception. It's a card of trickery. It's a card of lies and maybe theft. And I'm not sure what's been going on recently, but I do see that you might feel like justice has not been served. This is justice reversed. Something was unfair. And and this is a Hermit reverse. This is having a hard time getting past what happened, possibly. Okay, so also there's an Emperor here that's reversed. Now this could be, this is a masculine energy. I'm kind of shining here. This is somebody that uses excessive force, ego, to get what he wants. He doesn't listen. He's just aggressive. It's like the male traits gone wrong, you know? This person thinks they know it all, okay? And so it could be somebody embodying this energy, but this may have been the reason why you weren't served justice, because of somebody acting in this energy and taking whatever the heck they want because they're, well, the Emperor, or they thought they were entitled to it. Does that make sense? Okay. So maybe if you have been asking yourself, what happened there? What happened in this? Maybe what happened was what you need to look at. So what they're asking you to look at. There's something that was there that you didn't want to see because it was the truth. So it's like learning what you were overlooking, learning what, and I'm not saying that what they did was your responsibility, but it's more like, how did I get there? You know, how did I make those choices where I was in that place? As smart as I am, as smart as you are, you know what I mean? That's what. And how can I learn not to get there? How to avoid those kind of things? And how can you, Capricorn, get your power back, and get to a place where you can trust again. Whether it's yourself, whether it's someone else, whether it's all of the above, and trust what people say. How do I know it's real? How do I know it's... And that is all part of what they want to teach you. They want you to be open to. And it is something that you can figure out by just looking at information. You can tell how it feels, how it looks, how people act. And there's a lot of nonverbal cues, and it's a lot of just energy. But once you tap into it, it's really hard for people to... They won't even come with it because they can see that person is not approachable with this nonsense. They'll know. People will know it. Okay? So, I hope that helps a little bit over here. Okay? So now we're going to look at the shaman side, okay? So, I have this Eight of Swords here reversed. So this is... Yeah, Eight of Swords reversed. So upright, it's a woman, and she's surrounded by swords, and she's kind of tied up, but the chains are loose, and she can take off this, and she can actually get up and walk out of where she's at, but she feels trapped, and her thoughts have her trapped, okay? Now when it's reversed, it could be getting past this feeling, or when it's reversed also as a reader, sometimes it can say, I'm still in a negative place, more of a negative spin on being trapped, okay? Like feeling like, why am I always trapped? Why does this always happen, kind of thing, okay? So, the next card we have is the Five of Wands. This is about other people's opinions that may cause turmoil, chaos. Five of Wands. Okay, you see how the people are kind of battling, they got their wands up, and they're kind of, hey, don't get near me now, you know. But to me, this talks about just opinions, people telling you what to do, what to believe, and this and that, and maybe that causes some confusion, okay? And then the next card I have is the Hierophant reversed. So the Hierophant is about, well, upright. It's about spiritual guidance. So, but it's also about religion, it's about politics, it's about big business, so established systems, you know, protocol, dogma, that kind of thing. But it's funny that it's also about spiritual guidance, you know. It's, so when it's reversed, it tells me a couple of things. Maybe, okay, number one, that spiritual guidance may be difficult for you to follow. Okay, that's kind of just the way it feels. The second thing is you're starting to see through some of these systems, and that the truth isn't there. You know, maybe there's no truth there. Maybe there's a lot of truth that's not there. And how do you know what the truth is? See, how do I know what's real, what's not? And that's the way it feels. That's some of what I feel like you might be going through. It's kind of this uneasiness, you know. Okay, so then the Seven of Cups, and that plays right into this. This is really confusing to your emotions. Seven of Cups is all these cups, and you don't know which one to pick because you're not sure which one is the best for you. Not only that, but if it's philosophy or emotions or what to believe in the world, that can be very confusing. And here's the thing, if we're struggling for confidence of what to believe in the systems in the world, and what's religion and what's politics mean, and how do I trust, it's going to affect everything, at least until you get that settled down and you sort out all that stuff in your head. And it will become sorted out. You just have to give it time. I mean, of course you don't have to do anything. You just, you know, whatever you think is right for you. But I found that for me, giving it time, I'm just sitting in it and praying when I had to. When I felt really lost. And then I would start to see through, everything looked like a lie, and then I started to see bits and pieces of truth and lies and everything, because that's kind of the way it goes, right? It's like gossip. There's a bit of truth even in gossip, right? So that's the thing. It possibly seems confusing, but that's why the shaman is here to say, look, we're here to help you. We're here to help you understand about the vibrations, about seeing through the illusions and other realms. Okay, and so And that's beautiful, because then we have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is about, well, the Swords is air sign. So somebody you know that could be an air sign, like Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But it could be somebody just coming in quickly and saying, boom, here's the truth. So maybe you found out the truth about something, but it's not, oh, let me sit you down. No, it's like the brutal truth. Okay, and it's not always easy, and sometimes that causes chaos. Okay, but it looks like the chaos was there first, and then you got the truth, and then we have the moon, and that's seeing beyond the illusion now of what's been going on. However this applies in your situation, but more than that, the moon is also starting to use your spiritual guidance. It's also starting to use your intuition. And that is beautiful. I'm really happy to see the moon is upright, because it's about the things done in the dark. And I'm right here. We know you're going in the direction of the light, you see? This is the best card you could get. The moon is just saying, this is where I've come from. I'm willing to uncover these secrets. You know? And then, okay, so maybe I've been stubborn. Maybe you've been stubborn. Maybe we've all been stubborn. Let me tell you. But maybe I've been stubborn, but you know what? I know that I don't know everything. And I'm ready to listen, and I'm ready to learn, because there's something about spiritual guidance that maybe we haven't been following so much, and maybe we should have. Maybe we would have known more if we had been, how much we've been lied to by tapping into that higher part of ourselves, that it's like the universal knowledge, you know, the Akashic records, the divine truth, the divine guidance, you know. It's kind of like, you know how you get a vibe that someone's going to call, and you go, oh no, that can't, and then they call. That is the same system. But you just learn how to be soft with it and let it guide you. And know that no matter what, most things do happen for our highest good. I mean, in difficult situations, that doesn't take away the pain of a difficult situation. You know, I understand that I have many of my own. So, I'm not saying any of us would bring those difficult situations upon ourselves knowingly. I mean, at least in being in the physical here. So, I see really nice progression for you. I see peace coming for you, as far as how you process information and how far you've come. And I'm really happy to see that. I'm really happy for you. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to do just a few Mente cards to give you a little bit more nudge. Okay? It's a Mente Oracle cards. There's so many truths and so many layers and so many different things. It's not easy to listen to all different information and try to figure it out. I still like historical stuff and Bible stuff and spiritual. I mean, I know I can connect to spirit and connect to the truth and connect to you, whoever's going to watch this, to a certain amount. You know, I do my best. I can't everybody, of course, but I also know that there's a lot of like historical information, Sumerian records, that it's not only how it's translated, it's also who did the movie or who did this and how did they, you know, there's so much information. So sometimes I watch show after show and then I try to connect all the dots, but that's how I process information now. So okay, here we go. I am kind. Very nice. Kindness. Coming from a place of kindness. I honor animals with reverence. Sorry. So, Capricorn, that's beautiful. Kind to all animals, people, all beings. Plants even. I like plants. And I offer words of good intent. Okay. So offering words of good intent is really important. Do you know how thoughts become things? So if you let your mind go into a negative place, how it can affect your mood? Well, words are like that too. So we have to be careful what we listen to, what we speak, because words are spells, basically. You know, saying, I put a curse on somebody by saying, you will, what are spells? What do we do in school when we're learning words? It's called spelling. I love the origin of words and looking at things like that, because there's so much more underneath the basic information. It's like the layers of information, like layers of truth everywhere you look. And so, every thought, everything we are, every person we speak to, is all a part of who we are. So it's important how we show up, how we think, especially if we want to live a certain life, because if we have this little dark side that we're still allowing to run amok, it brings its own rewards, good and bad, negative and positive. So I'm not saying that's you. It's just that sometimes we just need to be reminded that, all of us, we're just human. So have a good week and doing some good work here. Take care.